He came from nowhere, a figure barely seen in the shadows of Edison's vast empire. Samuel Insull wasn't born into wealth, but possessed a relentless drive for power, for progress, for leaving an indelible mark upon the world. And indeed, he rose to astounding heights, only to lose it all in the blink of an eye. Samuel Insull's story begins in London, 1859, a city bustling with the Industrial Revolution's fervor. Yet here was a young man, feeling the confines of the old world tighten around him. At the age of 21, he made a bold leap across the ocean to America, landing a role that many could only dream of, private secretary to the legendary inventor Thomas Edison. Despite the prestige, Insull's ambition couldn't be contained in another man's shadow. As he navigated the complexities of Edison's enterprises, his innate business acumen didn't just shine, it ignited. Soon, he wasn't just a participant in Edison's ventures, he was a pivotal force, driving expansion and innovation. In 1892, a new chapter beckoned. Insull moved to Chicago to take charge of Chicago Edison, a utility struggling to keep the lights on. With a visionary's foresight and a general's strategy, he transformed it into a powerhouse of efficiency and reliability. Under his leadership, electricity became not just accessible, but indispensable to the daily lives of millions. Fueled by ambition, Samuel Insull embarked on a relentless quest to reshape the power landscape. He masterfully choreographed a dance of acquisition and consolidation, weaving a complex network of holding companies. This structure allowed him to seamlessly absorb numerous utilities and railroads, extending his dominion across the Midwest and beyond. His drive for efficiency did more than expand his holdings. It redefined them. By centralizing operations and standardizing procedures, Insull slashed unnecessary costs, creating a blueprint for modern utility management. His empire emerged as a model of industrial efficiency, a beacon of progress in a rapidly modernizing world. Moreover, Insull cultivated a public persona as a benefactor and visionary. The construction of the Chicago Civic Opera House, a testament to his dedication to the city's cultural scene, wasn't just a hub for entertainment, but a symbol of his commitment to civic and social responsibility. The mind of Samuel Insull was a fertile ground for groundbreaking ideas. Among his most transformative was the concept of load balancing, which revolutionized the efficiency of power plants. By spreading electricity demand more evenly across the day, Insull's systems could operate closer to their capacity, reducing waste and lowering costs. Venturing further into uncharted territories, Insull championed rural electrification. This bold move extended the electric grid to the farthest corners of rural America, lighting up farms and small towns, and catalyzing economic growth in areas once left in the dark. Furthermore, Insull advocated for the concept of regulated monopolies. He argued that by allowing a single company to control a utility in a given area, under government oversight, it would lead to more efficient and cost-effective service. His philosophy laid the groundwork for the public utility regulations that still influence the energy sector today. The stage was set for tragedy as the Roaring Twenties gave way to the 30s. Samuel Insull, who had built an empire on a foundation of innovation and ambition, was about to face his most formidable adversary yet, the Great Depression. The financial cataclysm of 1929 did not create the flaws in Insull's empire, but it mercilessly exposed them. Insull's network of holding companies was highly leveraged, meaning it relied heavily on borrowed money to finance growth. In a booming economy, this strategy promised vast profits, but during a downturn, it became a precarious house of cards. As the economy faltered, investor confidence evaporated, triggering a domino effect that caused Insull's financial structure to crumble, sending shockwaves through the lives of thousands of ordinary investors who had trusted him with their life savings. As the empire fell, Insull himself felt a mix of defiance and despair, struggling to reconcile his visionary ambitions with the harsh realities of his crumbling achievements. The public backlash was swift and fierce. Branded a villain by many, he was accused of financial mismanagement and manipulation. Facing mounting legal challenges, he fled to Europe, seeking refuge from the storm of accusations. His flight only fueled the public's outrage and sense of betrayal. Samuel Insull remains a complex figure in the annals of American industry. A visionary who transformed the electrical landscape, his legacy is a tapestry of innovation and controversy. His downfall catalyzed a rethinking of how utilities should be managed and regulated, underscoring the dangers of unchecked corporate power and financial overreach. In response to the collapse of Insull's empire, significant regulatory reforms were enacted, including the Securities Exchange Act of 1934, which aim to increase transparency in financial practices and prevent the kind of speculative excess that led to his downfall. These reforms have shaped the modern regulatory framework that governs utilities and financial markets today. The lessons of his empire's collapse fueled public distrust in utility monopolies and prompted a wave of regulatory reforms designed to protect consumers and ensure the stability of financial systems. Today, as we navigate new technological frontiers and their associated challenges, the story of Samuel Insull serves as a cautionary tale of the balance between ambition and responsibility. As we look around at the brightly lit cities and far-reaching power grids, we see not just the shadows of Insull's failures, but also the light of his successes. Was he a hero wronged by circumstance, or a titan toppled by his own hubris? Insull was both a beacon of progress and a warning of excess, illuminating and shadowing the world in equal measure. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life and legacy of Samuel Insull. His story teaches us about the heights of innovation and the pitfalls of ambition, a reminder of the delicate balance between progress and accountability in the quest for greatness. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the electrifying saga of Samuel Insull, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on our future explorations into history's most fascinating figures. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you see Insull more as a visionary leader or as a cautionary tale? We'd love to hear your perspective. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep looking beyond what's illuminated to discover what's hidden in the shadows. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.